Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. जय राधा गोपी जन वल्लभ, राधा गोपी जन वल्लभ श्री राधे। जय निताय पतित पावन गौर हरि, जय निताय पतित पावन गौर हरि, जय गौर हरि, जय जय प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद, जय प्रभुपाद, जय जय प्रभुपाद। निताय गौरा हरे बोल, हरे बोल, हरि बोल, गौर हरि बोल, निताय गौरा हरि बोल, निताय गौरा हरि। जय जय गुरुदेव, 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 जय गुरुदेव, जय जय गुरुदेव, 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 जय जय गुरुदेव। जय गौर सुतनाथेर प्रेमानंदे, हरि हरि बोल। हरिनाम संकीर्तन यज्ञ की जय, जगत गुरु श्री प्रभुपाद की जय, जय गौर प्रेमानंदे, हरि हरि बोल। Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 18, verse number 17. This shloka doesn't have any purport, so we will read 18 also, and 18 has some small purport, so we'll read that and then we'll try to discuss something. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So we can say these prayers together. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jaya Mudire Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavad Krishnaya Vas Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Mukam Karoti Vachalam पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपास्तमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरो दीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वरम्। गान्धर्वाप्सरो दुक्षन् गान्धर्वाप्सरो दुक्षन् पात्रे पद्ममये पयः पात्रे पद्ममये पयः वत्सं विश्वावसुं कृत्वा वत्सं विश्वावसुं कृत्वा गान्धर्वां मधुसौभगं सौभगं गान्धर्वां मधुसौभगं गन्धर्वाप्सरो गन्धर्वाप्सरो दुक्षम् पात्रे पद्ममये पयः वत्सं विश्वावसुं कृत्वा गान्धर्वं मधुसौभगम् गन्धर्वाप्सरो दुक्षन् पात्रे पद्ममये पयः वत्सं विश्वावसु कृत्वा गान्धर्वं मधुसौभगम् गन्धर्वाप्सरो दुष्टम् पात्रे पद्ममये पयः वत्सं विश्वावसु कृत्वा गान्धर्वं गन्धर्वाप्सरो वत्सं विश्वावसुं कृत्वा गान्धर्वं मधुसौभगम्। Synonyms: Gandharva, inhabitants of the Gandharva planet. Apsaraha, the inhabitants of the Apsara planet. Adukshan, milked out. Patre, in the pot. Padmamaye, made of a lotus. Payaha, milk. Vatsam, calf. Vishwavasum, of the name Vishwavasu. Vishwavasu, of the name Vishwavasu. Kritva, making. Gandharvam, songs. Madhu, sweet. Saubhagam, beauty. Translations and purport by His Divine Grace Abhay Charanaravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai. The inhabitants of Gandharva Lok and Apsara Lok made Vishwavasu into a calf, and they drew the milk into a lotus flower pot. The milk took the shape of sweet musical art and beauty. So this one doesn't have any purport, so we'll go to the next one, 18. I'll read the Sanskrit and then we'll just read the translation. Vatsena pitaro ramyana कव्यम क्षीरम अधुक्षतः आमपात आमपात्रे महाभागः श्रद्धया श्राद्ध देवता. The fortunate inhabitants of Pitruloka, who preside over the funeral ceremonies, made Aryama into a calf. With great faith, they milked Kavya, food offered. Shri Radha Gopijanal Bhagavan ki jai. Palitapam Gauri Shri Prabhupada. With great faith, they milked Kavya, food offered to ancestors, into an unbaked earthen pot. Purport. In Bhagavad Gita 9.25, it is said, Pitran yanti pitravrataha. Those who are interested in family welfare are called Pitravrata. There is a planet called Pitralok, and the predominating deity of that planet is called Aryama. He is somewhat of a demigod, and by satisfying him, one can help ghostly family members develop a gross body. Those who are very sinful and attached to their family, house, village, or country do not receive a gross body made of material elements, but remain in a subtle body composed of mind, ego, and intelligence. Those who live in such subtle bodies are called ghosts. This ghostly position is very painful because a ghost has intelligence, mind, and ego and wants to enjoy material life, but because he doesn't have a gross material body, he can only create disturbances for want of material satisfaction. It is the duty of family members, especially the son, to offer oblations to the demigod Aryama or to Lord Vishnu. From time immemorial, the son Aryama or to Lord Vishnu. From time immemorial, in India, the son of a dead man goes to Gaya and at a Vishnu temple there offers oblations for the benefit of his ghostly father. Jai Shri Radha Gopi Janam Bhagavan ki jai. Jai Tattapanu Gaur Hari ki Tadguru Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Benefit of his ghostly father. It is not that everyone's father becomes a ghost, but the oblations of Pinda are offered to the lotus feet of Lord Vishnu, so that if a family member happens to become a ghost, he will be favored with a gross body. However, if one is habituated to taking the prasad of Lord Vishnu, I repeat, however, if one is habituated to taking the prasad of Lord Vishnu, there is no chance of his becoming a ghost or anything lower than a human being. In Vedic civilization, there is a performance called Shraddha, by which food is offered with faith and devotion. If one offers oblations with faith and devotion either to the lotus feet of Lord Vishnu or to his representative in Pitralok, Aryama, one's forefathers will attain material bodies to enjoy whatever material enjoyment is due them. In other words, they do not have to become ghosts. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Gnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरंगी श्री राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये पंचतत्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकम् हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरोभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे हरिर्नाम 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 एव केवलम कलो नास्तेव 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 गतिरन्यथा। So well grateful for the opportunity to speak Srimad Bhagavatam, glorify Srimad Bhagavatam. Even though I don't have any qualification or realization, I'll try to speak something that will be beneficial to all of us. Please pray for me. Please bless me. I really do not have any realization or qualification to sit and speak on Bhagavatam. So we'll read the translation of the 18 again. The fortunate inhabitants of Pitrulok presides over the funeral ceremonies, made Aryama into a calf. With great faith, they milked Kavya, food offered to the ancestors, into an unbaked earthen pot. So any of us has been part of any funeral ceremony or any of that procedure, we know that when one leaves body, the brutal truth about one's existence come to surface, and it is, you can see how all the family members are so geared towards how that body can be taken care. And in some cultures, it is not even recommended to uh, have it stay even one night. If somebody leaves the body in the afternoon, before the evening, if there is enough time, they would like to have that body cremated. So our scriptures, and there is one Subhashit explaining what really comes with you after one leaves body. And it is said that whatever the wealth or um, money that one has earned, it will stay in the bank or inside the house. Arya ghar dware, the wife or the spouse, she will stay into our Vedic culture. According to, they wouldn't go to crematorium, so they will just stay at the doorstep or the door of the house, and the relatives will come up to the crematorium, and our body will join us up to the fire pyre. And soul actually has to travel with just the punya and papa, what the activities one has done. According to that, mind, intelligence, and ego will get us the next gross body according to our activities we are already cultivating, or ready to accept the new body, subtle body and new body. Here in the purport also, Srila Prabhupada very nicely explains that there are individuals who are called Pitru Vrataha, those who consider the family lineage, or I'm from this kula or this dynasty, my kul is the greatest, my dynasty, our village or our kingdom is the greatest. If one has that kind of mentality, they might end up in Pitruloka if they are not Krishna's devotee. And they are guided, or they are uh, their welfare is uh, is actually overseen by the Pitruloka, the inhabitants of Pitru, like our ancestors. Whoever has not really made it to the lotus feet of Krishna, they might end up there due to their attachment towards this um, this uh, these things that are mentioned here, which is um, certain uh, dynasty or certain uh, kingdom or certain family lineage.
No, if you don't mind, can you speak into the mic just louder?
Hare Krishna. Okay. So this those who are excessively attached to their family, house, village, or country, um, and also those individuals who untimely leave the body or they do suicide, those individuals are meant to get the only subtle body, and they'll dwell in the material realm in the subtle body. They are not given the gross body, and they will just continue to suffer for the time being, as much as they were supposed to be in the gross body, in subtle body they'll continue to suffer, and it will be very precarious situation that they'll see things with their senses, they'll perceive, and they would like to enjoy, but they can't because there is no gross body. They can only in the mind think of something, and that's the only extent of sense enjoyment they could really perceive or experience. On the contrary, when someone takes to Krishna consciousness in the family, then it is mentioned there are different numbers, but somewhere it says 7 generations before and 7 generations after. Somewhere it is 21. Somewhere even one of the songs in Gujarati, it says 71, ikoter, 71 generations. So number could be vary, but everyone associated with that family members, that person, all the family members are benefited. And it is stated that when someone takes to Krishna consciousness, the Pitruloka, the ancestors who have not got this gross body or they are dwelling in Pitruloka, they start dancing. They start dancing that, wow, now we have some chance that one of our family member has taken to Krishna consciousness. Then we will be awarded this bhakti by the mercy of this individual, this family member who has taken to Krishna consciousness. They start dancing, they start requesting that now I will not make mistake of not being Krishna conscious. I will make use of this life. If I'll be given the opportunity to do bhakti, I'll become Krishna conscious. So that is the power of someone becoming a devotee. Here Srila Prabhupada also mentions that not everyone becomes ghost, but it is a general custom that anyone someone leaves, then the idea is to go to Gaya and perform oblations or the Shraddha ceremony for the departed soul. And that is actually being followed even by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who went to Gaya after his father's departure. Jagannath Mishra departed. And that's where initially the Sankirtan movement or Hare Krishna mantra, first time he was exposed. Our situation sometimes, even though we have subtle body, even though we have gross body, on the mental level, one is so much engrossed in thinking about something or dwelling into achieving something that one would behave almost like a ghost. By just being constantly thinking about something or achieving, one would, even though the body is not capable or body is not cooperating, one would just mental contemplation that gives us some idea of how the ghostly body or the person who doesn't have material body or gross body, how they would be feeling. So this ghosts and bhoot or preta, which are creating disturbances, we have a very vivid example of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur encountering this one of the Brahma Rakshasa, or the person who was, I think it was in one of the villages, that he was creating havoc, and Bhaktivinoda Thakur kind of took Bhagavatam and delivered that preta. So if we, also in Bhagavatam, there is a story about Dandukari and
Dunduli. Dunduli and Gokarna.
Gokarna. Dunduli and Gokarna, that that how that individual is delivered. The only way one can be delivered from the pangs of material nature or come out of Janma Mrityu Jaravadi Chakra is only by engaging in Krishna's loving devotional service. There is no other remedy. There is no other way that we could come out of this very, very strong hold of Maya or Prakriti, that the only by which if we engage in Krishna's service, somehow or the other, start doing Nam Seva, start doing some physical service, start doing some contribution towards spreading Krishna consciousness, then we start experiencing the reciprocation from the Lord, and our faith becomes more stronger. We become more serious about bhakti by continuing to do bhakti. So most of the people that we somehow, when we come across and we start telling them, or start doing some rounds, or read some Bhagavad Gita, read some Krishna book, they always have excuse or say that, okay, when my time will come, I will start doing. But as we all know, वो भगवान हैज टू कॉल, भगवान मेरे को बुलाना है तो मैं आता हूँ. God has to send a special invitation to me, then only I can come. मेरा अभी समय नहीं आया है. My time is not there yet.
अभी enjoy कर.
Yeah, I have to. अभी मेरा उम्र ही क्या है? What is my age? I have to enjoy through the life to the fullest. But I was just talking to another devotee yesterday. When you become 25, you feel like the whole world is in, like you can do anything what you want. And when you reach 40, you understand that, okay, now I understand what max I could achieve in the life, I have achieved. Not more. I cannot expect anything more from this life. The amount of money one has to make, you have more or less idea where will you end up at 40. And when you reach 50, you understand everything is on the decline from that point. The amount of energy that the body has, the body cooperation, even for sense gratification or any service. So you almost feel like at 50, you almost feel like you really didn't do any service, or you don't have anything valuable to contribute. At 50, you feel that way.
Wow.
Because the real life where you can really could have done some contribution or some service, that is already gone. Because you are so many, the body gives you trouble, the mind gives you trouble, and it is always hankering for the experiences that we have in the past, and you always want to have the similar experiences in the future, but the body doesn't have any capability to do so. So you almost feel like a ghost being in the material body. Also, you're always dwelling in, oh, that place I went, they have this chat was so very nice. In Srinathji temple, you went to darshan, and then when you start walking into Nath Dwara, there is a whole both sides there are chat bhandars and this bhandar, that bhandar. Even if you eat something here, you always remember that. Oh, that was very nice. This is not as good as that one. So we are always thinking of our experiences that were in the past, and uh, or if something that is uh, not good enough, then we always want to enjoy. But if we do not engage ourselves in Krishna bhakti and attach our mind, intelligence, and ego, the real ego, as Krishna's servant, if we don't attach to the lotus feet of Krishna, then the lower modes will not go. The lower modes will not go, and we will continue to dwell on the lower modes. And the only way to come out of that vicious cycle of sense gratification is to engage ourselves, engage our time, engage our energy and resources in Krishna's service. Because that is the only way out. As we have seen time and again, the acharyas have explained, uh, acharyas have explained very, very thoroughly with these wonderful songs that they have written, the purports and the commentaries that we see. For Srila Prabhupada writes time and again that what is the violence? Prabhupada gives the explanation of the violence is that stopping someone's ability to serve Krishna is a violence. Not letting them perform devotional service is a violence. So we are so fortunate. We are very, very fortunate to have the access and ability to perform bhakti. This temple and temples like this, Srila Prabhupada has very mercifully given to all of us by, serving his guru, his guru's words. He wanted to spread Krishna consciousness outside India in English speaking countries and the Western world. And Srila Prabhupada being the householder, he was thinking like, what can I really do? I have no ability. I'm a householder. I have family. I have business. How in the world I'll be able to, fulfill my Guru Maharaj's uh, instruction? But continuous perseverance, in 2026, we can sit and, discuss, oh, Prabhupada is a pure devotee, and he did, Krishna actually empowered him to do so. But those struggles were so real, in uh, the wintry day in Bauri, amongst the drug addicts, with plastic shoes going into those snow. We cannot even think of being in that situation. We have so much facility, we have so much, uh, you know, uh, so many tools and so many uh, things that are given to us ready made, and uh, by Prabhupada's mercy. So the struggles that Prabhupada went were so real, so much real. And by his unflinching faith, in the holy name and in his Guru's words that I have to do this, I have to try this, I have to, if I don't try it now, when? You know, at the age of 69, traveling in a cargo ship. So that is Srila Prabhupada's mercy that we are all here and able to experience this reciprocation from Krishna or Guru or devotees when we are trying to perform bhakti. That's what I could speak today. If there is any corrections or comments, please share. Otherwise, we will end here. Grantharaj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.
Yeah, there is one story actually. You also told, we're not going to repeat that story. Gokul. No, that what is her name? She was dying and then went on Bhagavatam. This is that Snatanpur. Snatanpur. Very nice. No,
बोलो ना,
everybody know it.
अरे बोलो ना,
मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ?
अरे बोलो बोलो,
आप भी बोलना,
मेरे को मालूम नहीं है. So there is a nice story that's about someone becoming a ghost.
Yeah, so there was a story which it is there on even on internet. If you go and type Snatam core, so Snatam core going to hell and coming back. If you type it, you can see that story. It was said by one Sikh preacher. It was said by one Sikh preacher. What happened one day? What happened? One day suddenly there was um, one preacher was going to every place like in Jalandhar and in every place in Punjab, and he's giving harikatha kirtan. I don't know whether it is harikatha or not, but some kirtans. So he saw one lady sitting in front. Every day, first time in Jalandhar, he saw, oh, okay, she's sitting. Second time in Amritsar, he saw, oh wow, she's sitting. Third time he went somewhere 300 kilometers, he saw there that lady sitting in front of. He got so much like surprised and astonished, and he was happy. So who went? Who is Nathan Kaur was sitting. I don't know who is the
Speaker.
preacher. Yeah. So sitting, and then the preacher called this Mataji, sent somebody to call this Mataji, and then he asked this Mataji, I see you always coming and sitting in the kirtan, that to not in same city, different city. I go wherever I go, you are coming. So why you are coming? I'm very happy that you are coming, but I am very curious to know what is the reason. So she said that one day what happened, uh, I died. She said like that. One day I died. Somebody saying that one day I died. And then I the story is very detailed. I'm just in short. She said I died, and then I was taken to Yamraj. I was a philanthropist. Like I donated charity in money, food, clothing, everything for needy people. I used to do all the things, but when I died, I saw Yamdutas, and I was taken to Yamloka, Yamraj. I was so surprised there. Why did I thought I am a very good person, but I was taken to Yamloka and Yamraj. Then there I was waiting, something like waiting or whatever. She said that I was there, and then I came, I saw Yamraj, and then Yamraj asked Chitragupta that tell her account, like please repeat whatever she did. So Chitragupt started saying, and then there was one place where it came that she went to one kirtan, not by her, like she went for just 5 minutes, maybe she was traveling by or somehow. 5 minutes she heard the holy name of the Lord, it seems. And then Yamraj said, if she heard, then how come she is here? She was not interested and all. Still, Yamraj is saying, if she heard, how come she is here? She should not be here. Check again. Did you get the correct person? then, that that Chitragupta said, "Oh, sorry, we did mistake." I don't know how much she said was exactly the same, but she said in this way only, "Oh, we did mistake." And then she said that they Chitragupta said, "Oh, sorry." They went to another Snatam Kaur. There was another Snatam Kaur, the neighbor of her. So they had to take that Mataji, but they took this Mataji. So then they sent her back, and within 50, and then everybody in her house is crying, and she woke up. Suddenly she woke up, and then everybody were surprised. Wow, what happened? And then within 15 minutes or 5 to 10 minutes, they heard crying from the other neighbor home. So she realized that, oh, then she remembered all the whatever the things happened in Yamloka, and she remembered only for 5 minutes I was saved. Then what if I go and hear all the time? So that is what happened, and that is why she is traveling everywhere, wherever this preacher is going. So that is what Prabhuji, Yugal Kishore Prabhuji said, and then I have searched it on the internet. On the internet also it is there. Her name is Natam Kaur, coming back from hell. So this is the story.
Yes. Yeah, there are so many incidences that devotees or others, just very quickly, one time somebody came to our bookstall in somewhere in South India, and they said, I want to take the Bhagavad Gita right now. Then the person said, why? What happened? So he was saying that I was admitted in the hospital, and I had the similar experience. I went to, uh, I was seeing out of the body experience, something happened, and I was told uh, by this very ferocious personality that you have to go to Hare Krishna temple and get this Bhagavad Gita as soon as possible, because his relative or somebody was devotee. So then he was given more time to live more, little bit longer. And then he came directly after getting the discharge from the hospital. He came to the ISKCON temple and to get that book. So there are so many wonderful experiences and instances where holy name and uh, coming in contact with Krishna's devotee, or having the opportunity to serve Krishna in some way, shape, or form. Uh, what is that? Neha Vikramanashosti Pratyavayo na vidyate swalpamapyasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. So by having the opportunity or performing very, even the smallest of the service will bring you out of the biggest danger. Biggest danger is in this material world is to lose what we have, and what we and the biggest uh, possession that we have is our life. So when we continue in Krishna consciousness, we realize that we are not the body, we are spirit, soul, and we leave whatever the degree or whatever the percentage that we have become qualified. Krishna gives the opportunity for us, if we are not qualified enough, for the next life to start from that. So 50, we left at 50. Krishna gives opportunity to start at 51. But by Srila Prabhupada's mercy, if we continue to follow the four regulative principles and the chanting 16 rounds as prescribed, then we have opportunity, even we will be eligible to go to Krishna even in this life, as Srila Prabhupada very emphatically mentions. So with that, we will end here. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, जगत गुरु श्री प्रभुपाद की जय। वांछा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिंधुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय।
कृष्णकुमार प्रभु की जय।
गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। Anyone on Zoom, those who still survived, please, if there is anything that they want to share. Thank you. Okay, Hare Krishna, everyone. Thank you.